Good morning, beautiful people. It is Joel McElhaney coming to you live. This is Monday Morning Coffees with Joel, and today we're going to talk about what's happening on a national stage. So last week I talked about your specific neighborhoods and what the average price was there. Today we're going to talk about what is the average price in each province in Canada, and how does that affect what's happening in our local markets. So grab your coffee and let's chat. Just before we get to that though, a few other important things have occurred since our last video. And one of those being there was the announcement from the Bank of Canada regarding rate hikes. So the Bank of Canada on October the 25th decided to keep the overnight lending rate or the key interest rate at 5%. So that is good news. We didn't want to see another increase happening, because that has an effect on variable rate mortgages and indirectly can affect the entire mortgage market. Also, we're coming into the season where people that renewed their mortgages at super low interest rates during the pandemic, those are coming due, and there's about 3.4 million Canadians that are going to be renewing their mortgages, and so that is going to have an effect as well. When those Canadians go to renew, some of them may consider downsizing, selling their homes, or whatnot. So these are things to keep in mind. So let's look at what it is in terms of what is the average price to live in each province. So this price is to be more specific than average price, this is the MLS HPI benchmark price, home price index benchmark price per province. So I'm going to start east to west. So starting in Newfoundland and Labrador, the average price in September was $295,400. Nova Scotia, $398,000. New Brunswick, right here, we were $292,600. Over to Quebec, $499,911. Ontario, $851,756. Manitoba, $351,455. Saskatchewan, $328,000. Alberta, $450,000. Northwest Territories, $561,080. The Yukon, $531,609. And British Columbia, coming in at the highest of $969,306. So the top three highest or most expensive provinces to live in would be BC, Ontario, and Northwest Territories. Then coming in fourth would be Quebec. When we look at the other side of the fence, the lowest average as of September was none other than New Brunswick, coming in at $292,600. Then we had Quebec next in second place. Sorry, not Quebec. We had Newfoundland and Labrador. Quebec was one of the higher ones. Newfoundland and Labrador was second place at $295,000, and then Saskatchewan $328,000. So the Eastern Canada and the prairies basically are the cheapest place to live, and then you have Ontario and the West Coast being the more expensive. Ontario, Quebec, like Central Canada and Western Canada being your more expensive geographies. What does that mean? And how does that affect our market? Well, what we're seeing is people are leaving those provinces like Ontario, Quebec, and BC and moving to New Brunswick because of the fact that the housing is cheaper here. The average cost is cheaper. So we're seeing migration for that. Also, people like the East Coast lifestyle. That's driving that. So we're seeing a slowdown in the general market across Canada, and we did see some softening in the local markets, but our market is still strong because we're importing people from all over the world, and domestically from other provinces are coming to live in our beautiful province and experiencing this East Coast lifestyle that we all know and love that live here. So that is the update. That's how we rank across the country. That is one of the key drivers why we're seeing still an influx of people coming in, and I will keep you updated as the market changes. So tune in for next week, but until I see you again, keep being awesome.